What's up, and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video, and welcome back to another tutorial. So in today's video, what I'll be doing is I'll be showing you guys what a nested scene is. And by the way, the music in the background of this video is by a copyright free system, by copyright free people, Pretzel Rocks. Thank you to them for allowing YouTube safe music. But yeah, so for this video, what we'll be doing is we will be showing you how to get in this scene. So I have to go to PC full screen because I only have a single monitor, so I have the studio mode. So what we'll do is, what you want to do to get a nested scene is, you see there's a scenes tab. I have all my scenes here, but this is because I use this for streaming and YouTube. So here's my scenes here. What I want to do is I want to go to add a new scene. We'll call this cam, and then we'll name this N S for nested scene. NS for nested scene. We'll then say it's cam. We then go click OK. Then you'll be brought to a blank screen. So what you want to do next is, you see your scenes. It's like your scene. You want to come to your sources. Your sources basically will say you don't have any sources. You can click the plus button and right click to add one. So what we'll do is we'll click the plus button, we'll go to a video capture device. You find your webcam. I already have two webcams set up. One is a square webcam and the other webcam is my shaped webcam. So what we'll do here is we'll take this out and we'll call this webcam. We'll call this webcam 3, but all you need to do is you name it whatever you want to name it. I'm naming it webcam 3 just because I have two other webcams and I want to set up. So when you come here, you don't need to pick. So yeah, these will send. So what you want to do is you come over, you figure out it's like my webcam. It's my webcam, so it says that we're on my webcam, but because what I do is I use the Logitech capture software, which allows me to. I have to use I use a piece of software called Logitech Capture, which allows my camera to be used clearly, and I can edit it all within a software without having to filter about with it in OBS, which is quite handy. Next, the default device, so you do all that inside Logitech, but see when it says our audio output modes, you keep that capture audio only. But if you have a microphone, I would still keep it capture audio only. And then you just change your source to your microphone. But yeah, so you click OK, there you go. So now we have a webcam in. So our webcam is now here, sitting in the corner. So what we want to do to get it, we want to center it to the screen so that when we add this nested scene to another scene, we want it to be centered so that we can just drag it and move it about where we want it placed on a scene. So what we do here is we will right click with a mouse. You go to transform. You can rotate it, you can do whatever you want to do with it, but what we want to do is we want to center. We want to do the center to screen. And by the way, yes, I know my OBS looks completely different, but I chose a theme that suits me, so I know when I'm recording, when I'm not recording, stuff like that. But you want to center to screen, so you click center to screen and it just sends our webcam to screen. And again, I'm using a one monitor setup at the moment. I really wish I was using two monitors so that this would be way easier. I could still have face cam in. But it's completely fine. So what you want to do now is now here's when you add your webcam. If you have an animated cam, you add it as a media source, but since we are going for a basic nested scene at the minute, what we want to do is we would click the plus, go to image, go to the one that says just image. You then type in what you want your image to be called. So we have gold cam, and by the way, this cam border is one I made my body gold neck. His link will be in the description of this video along with, yeah, I want you to go check him out. But well, what we want to do now is we want to search his border. So we have this, so we now okay this to footer about with a webcam border there without footering about with anything else on the scene. There's a padlock. There is this padlock scene here. So we want to click that, and what that does is now if we click on a webcam source, we cannot adjust our webcam. But to know if you've locked a scene properly is if you hover over this one, there will be a blue border outlining it. But that's just so you can move it. But what we want to do is we lock the webcam so that the webcam doesn't move at all during this process. So what we'll do is we'll move our webcam border to the corner here. And then from this corner, what we'll do is we'll drag it down. And then we'll slightly start adjusting. And right, okay, so now we're in. So what we'll do is I'll lock the scene. So if you want to do an example, if you don't want your face cam, so the eye icons basically just show if a source is on screen or off screen. So the eye with the line through it just means your source is off screen. So since we have a nested scene, what we want to do is we want to create a scene so we can nest our camera within the scene, and just we'll set it up. So what we do is go to your scenes again, go to your scenes tab, click add. This is for OBS. I think this could work with OBS. This is for OBS Studio and OBS.live, which I use, why you see Twitch chat and my activity feed. But what you want to do now, people, is you want to name add a scene. We'll call this gameplay. So now you see, it'll tell you don't have any scenes. You can either right click add, and you can add a source straight away, or you can click the plus. Clicking the plus is a lot easier, so you don't have to go through an extra menu just to get to all this stuff. But that's all that does. But now what you want to do is you're going to click add, go to a video capture device if you use a capture card. If you use a PC, yeah, you go games capture, and you set the games capture up. And sorry about that. You just saw Nick is now on that. But what we want to do is we set up PlayStation 4. So I already have the source set up, but I'll show you what you do is if you don't have a source set up. So We'll call this gameplay PlayStation. Because I use my PlayStation 4 for the gameplay for this. So what you want to do is you either go for Elgato, the Elgato Game Capture HD, or you go for the Game Capture HD 60 Pro Video. The OBS Virtual Cam just allows you to use your camera and any other software. Then what you want to do is make sure you don't change any of the settings. You do that all within your Elgato settings. There you go, you have gameplay. We'll lock down the gameplay. But to add your nested scenes, you go to add. You go to, instead, you don't go to video capture device and do it the same way we did for the nested scene camera. You go to scene, and then what you do is you go down to where you see, you go to where it says NS cam, which means nested scene cam. You click OK. You click on it. You click on it, and then you click OK. Boom! We have a cam border in. So now what you do is, so here's our camera scene. It said, right, so basically it says K-Nick and it's a golden yellow border, and it says his Twitter is Goldnick. Go follow him on Twitter, by the way. And there's his Discord, but that's his Discord server's name. That's just a lot easier than putting in the full link to Discord there. But what you do now is you click the corner and you can start dragging. You can start dragging your scene down. You can mess about with all that, so since we have a lot of info, we'll just place it in the corner. Now that that's there, what we can do now is we lock it down, and then you start playing your video game. So I am currently playing Skater XL, so I'll just do a little bit of it. So now, say you're like, oh, I don't like it in the corner, I like it, and you just click the padlock. Plus, you can have the arrow key. Say you don't like it in a specific, like, say you don't like it in one of the corners, you can move it down a bit, and you're like, that's a bit too low, that's a bit too high for my liking. You can move it with the you can use the arrow keys to move it, and you're like, I want that to hit the side of there. So yeah, people, that's indeed how you do a nested scene. So yeah, let's go back to the full cam. We'll transition to full cam on the preview window, and then I can cut off the preview window. So yeah, people, thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, smash that like button. And as always, people, stay strong, stay positive, and boom.